Oh, now Derek pauses. He mutes his computer now. Derek, are you ready to go, man?
I'm ready to go, buddy.
Are you pumped up, man? I never hear you excited. I want you pumped up. Are you?
Okay, I'll get down and do some push-ups. Let's go.
Oh, wow. Guys, we just heard about as excited as Derek's going to get. Derek is so just evened out all the time. I like to see him get crazy. Maybe you should like smash a computer screen or something live for us. That'd be cool. Yeah?
I just threw away one. Too bad I threw that away.
Oh man, dude, you could have put on the webcam and just crashed it live for the song, man, to get it going. So we got a very, very, very good webinar lined up for you tonight. Wow, if you happen to miss Monday's webinar, holy smoke. Assimilation Light, Derek, we had 3,200 comments.
Holy.
Yeah, it was crazy. Everyone was fired up and excited, and incredible. Got people fired up about PBNs, and Assimilation Light is now starting to overtake Assimilation, and it's kind of crazy. And the reason is because we have about 1,200 new OMGers that we brought in from the first of the year, and what I'd like to do is if this is your first year in OMG and you're in Project Assimilation, I want you to just give me #project. I want you to show all the OMGers just how many Project Assimilation people that we have here on the call tonight, because you guys are crazy active in the other group. I can barely even get a chance to even go over to the old OMG Way group and answer questions anymore, which is much there. And you can see they're flying in right now. A lot of new people right there. But it's super exciting. They're always full of energy. And you know what, Derek? A lot of what I so love about these new people, and it was the best idea that we ever did to put them in their own new group, is they don't have any of the cynicism or any of the give it up attitude that could exist. I'm not saying it does in the old OMG group. These guys are in the beginning. They're excited. They're seeing progress. You know, they're all starting together. The first time that we've had 1,000 people, over 1,000 people, start together. And I think it really makes a difference because these guys are fired up. Look at that, Derek. Look at all these. A lot of them. But these guys are also getting in income reports. New people that have just started this year, income reports going on like crazy. And, it was a very strange decision that Joe and I had back about 2-3 months ago to start Assimilation Light. Just seeing there's a lot of people struggling, wanted to start it up. And it's turned into an amazing webinar series that Joe and I actually look forward to every week, as much as I do our flagship webinar right here, Assimilation. So as you guys progress through Assimilation Light, you'll start to appreciate Assimilation a little bit more. That's when we medium to advanced SEO, internet marketing tactics. We'll still discuss a little bit of the beginning stuff, but still just wanted to let everyone know about that and just continue to remind everybody we have about 200, 250 new people that have just joined us in the last couple of weeks. So I just want to let you guys know that as well. So if you're a little confused tonight, and I'm sorry if I'm a broken record to a lot of you regular OMGers, but if you're a little confused tonight and you're new, you've been here for a couple of weeks, don't worry. Don't get frustrated. The last thing I want you guys to do is when you're in OMG is to feel like you're on a race. You're not on a race with anybody. That's one of the reasons why I think that I was able to jump out and be so successful is I didn't try to race anybody. I didn't try to make myself feel like I was being left behind. You know, if you see an income report or if you see a ranking report, I didn't get discouraged. It was actually comforting because I knew this system worked. And I was like, man, all I got to do is put in my time and I'm going to reap the rewards. So that's like what it did for me. It didn't put me in a panic. It made me comfortable, calmed me down. I was like, thank God, I'm in the right place. I'm in the right information. You know, I see these income reports, the ranking reports. I see the testimonials. I see everything going on. And whew, it's what a relief. So that's like what it is. So, and I'm like really asking this a serious question. How many of you guys are relieved that you see these income reports? You see these ranking reports because it's proof that this stuff works. Give me hashtag relief. I want to see that. And assimilation, these guys are a little fickle. It's a little bit harder to get them to hashtag than it is the other ones, but you guys will warm up. We got enough people on here, the new people yet. They're not jaded yet, Derek. They will actually hashtag. So, but it is a relief, Derek. When you're in a group and when you see that everyone's having a success, does it stress you out or does it calm you down?
Now it definitely calms me down, man. It's just like so many people are being successful, and it's just like you can just feed off that. It drives you to the next step every time. It's like, well, if they can do it, I can do it.
Absolutely, and that's exactly how it is. Because no offense to some of you guys out there, because I love each and every one of you, but I'm sure you've sat there and go, "Holy crap! If they can do it, I sure as hell know I can do it." And literally, and that's not taking a shot at anybody, but I felt the same way when I first got in. I was like, man. So guys, just my message to you tonight is just don't be on a race with yourself. Just give yourself a little bit of, space to just learn and absorb things at your own pace. Not everyone learns at the same pace. Not everyone's going to go out and get big deals right away. The small deals. My first deal was 1,000. So don't feel like that you've got to catch up or that you've got to be anyone but yourself. That's my message to you tonight. So what we're going to do tonight is the only thing that's really of noteful news, Derek, is that Assimilation Live is really shaping up. Even over the last couple days, they've kind of turned the reins over to me. So even from the location to where we're going to do it at, to the speakers, to everything, I think David went crazy. He just turned it all over to me. But this is going to be an electrifying OMG Live. I was just talking to Derek about it. And Derek, from what I explained to you what was going on, because I just want to get people's appetites wet for it, is it 100% different, 1,000% different? Or, what do you think with what I described to you?
It's so different. I'm a little scared, actually.
Right.
A little nervous.
Right.
In a good
exactly.
way. But it's just going to be, yeah.
Right. How's it going to feel for you if you've got to speak with some of these guests that I'm going to be bringing in? Is that going to be nervous for you?
I can't even describe how nervous I am about that, actually. It's like, wow, just listing off some of the names, I was like, what? No way.
Right. This will be, guys, I can tell you that I'm doing my best to bring you the best, not in SEO, the best internet marketing convention in all of 2016. And I'm even going to make a really bold statement right now, a really bold statement. And I can almost guarantee you that you will get more out of this than you would some of the big ones that were held in February, that cover traffic and other stuff. I'm not going to name names, but we've got some monstrosity guests that we're trying to secure to come to OMG Live. And not only that, but I'll give you, and we're going to keep talking about it because we're going to open up pre-sales to it here in a couple weeks. You're going to hear me talk about it till I'm blue in the face. Is that it's going to be at a different month, a different location. And the first thing that I will tell you is this. It is going to be a different price. And the price, how many of you guys would like to hear the price to OMG Live right now? If you'd like to hear the price, give me hashtag price. If I get 200 prices on here, I will reveal exactly what it is. And it's flying right here because this is going to be, I think this is going to blow you guys away when you hear what this is going to be. Let me get out of this so we can get into and really see these comments right here. Because I was talking to Derek.
I thought you were talking about payments. I'm like, what?
No. Just I'm gonna tell them what the exact price of the event is going to be. So we will open this up right here. We're at $294. So we're looking at it right here. We need to hit about about 350, and we'll break it loose because there's a little trick to this. And it's just sorry I keep clicking on these. It's all right. It's all good. I think that we'll get another. As soon as this hits this, we're gonna reveal the price, and you're gonna be blown away when I start revealing guests in a couple weeks that are gonna be showing up. I think you're gonna be floored. It's like I'm excited about it because I'm excited to speak on the same stage with these people. So for the guests that we have, and what it is yeah, of course there will be a payment plan, but the price is going to be half of what OMG Live was last year. It will be $9.99. $9.99. Half of what it was last year. Half of what it was. But there's going to be a little more to that, a little bit more to that. And here's the cool part about it. Is the early bird special that's going to open up in a couple weeks. Only for OMGers. Your ticket also gives you a +1. Now, you cannot double it up with other OMGers, but you're able to bring a +1. Your wife, a son, a friend, a coworker. An OMGer can bring a +1 with your $9.99 ticket. So that is what it's going to be. So there's a lot of exciting stuff going down. And I'm telling you, some of the people, you could say that there's going to be celebrity guest speakers. And notice I didn't say speaker. I said speakers. Speakers. So that's all I'm going to reveal for right now. And you know what? Let me just do this. This is going to be easy to do. You guys want to know the location? Because I'm like happy to tell you the location of it right now. If you guys want to know the location, I'll be happy to reveal that now. That's all I'm going to reveal. I need at least a couple hundred hashtag locations on here. Hashtag locations, and I'm going to tell you the location right now. The location is 100% set. I know where it's going to be 100% for certain. So we will give you the location. I've already given you the price. I've already given you the location. Well, I haven't given you the location yet. I'm going to give you the location as soon as we get it. Let me go up here to make sure that we're cranking these out. So as soon as we hit 500 up here, it's clicking right here. It's 429 that. We're going to give you the location. I've already given you the price. Then when we open up the early bird special, you're going to go absolutely bananas. As you can see, when I told Derek about the guest, he was like, man, I'm a little scared. So it's going to be that crazy. It's what you would never have ever imagined for OMG Live. So as soon as we get to 500, I'm going to tell you the location, and I think you guys are going to love it. You're going to love it. You're absolutely going to love it. So we're still hovering around here. Here we're moving it up, Derek. We're killing some wonderful time as well on the webinar, aren't we? So as soon as this crosses here, as soon as I see that cross 500, we're going to give the location. And I think that you guys are going to love it. So we're almost there. We're almost there. As soon as I'll start scrolling down. I'm going to assume we're going to get it. Keep doing it because I'm watching the other screen. So the location, because I'm not going to give you the time yet. The time we haven't given. The dates we have not given. So here's what we're going to do. The location is, obviously, it has to be where I live. It has to be in sunny Orlando, Florida. Sunny Orlando, Florida is where OMG Live will be held. Disney World, Universal Studios. It is going to be a remarkable place. So yeah, OMG Live 2016 will be held in Orlando, Florida. So it's a whole lot better. I had nothing against Nashville, but let's face it, Derek, it sounds a whole lot better going to Orlando, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Right. So
I think I've got my Nashville fill.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm like trying to secure a location that is going to be walking distance from a shopping mall, from about 100 eating establishments, from a massive called the Orlando Eye, Ferris wheel, wax museums, nightclubs. Everything is going to be in walking distance of this. So there is going to be you guys are going to go bananas when you hear about the guests. So for those of you that live in Florida, hey, you guys don't have to come very far. So we've like given you what it is. We've like told you what it is, and trust me, you guys will be able to make payments on it. So that's like what I wanted to like to get this done. So remember, we've got $9.99 plus one, and you've got Orlando, Florida. As soon as we open up the early bird, we'll reveal the date and we'll reveal one guest. One guest will be enough to send you over the edge. And I'll release one guest after that for the next 4 weeks. So you guys will be able to, you're right. You'll be able to swim. No, the early bird's not going to be tonight. It's going to be in about 2 or 3 weeks. 2 or 3 weeks. We'd like to do the early bird before, before the end of the month, or right around the 1st of May is when we'll do it. So it's gonna be pretty exciting. I'm excited. I mean, I'm like wanting to get some pictures talking with these guests. Aren't you, Derek?
Yep. I want to be famous.
Exactly. So the good news is Orlando, Florida, Mickey Mouse, Harry Potter, all that good stuff. You guys will absolutely love it. I know Scott Bender's loving it because Scott Bender can drive to the event. He doesn't have to travel. Or does he have to spend money on a hotel? So he can sleep in the comfort of his own bed. So those of you that dates of the event will not be revealed until the early bird opens up. Dates of the event will not be revealed until then. So, okay, enough OMG Live talk. You guys have got excited enough. I'm super excited about it because I spend about an hour, 2 hours a day trying to get this set up for you guys. So it's going to be exciting. It's going to be exciting. That's why I'm excited to talk about it. I'm excited to share it. So it's going to be good stuff. So the good news is I get to sleep in my own bed as well during the convention, which gives me more energy because I'll be the one emceeing the whole thing, like I did OMG Live 2015. But this one will be a little far crazier. I'm like sure, we're gonna have real sound. Might even have a DJ, Derek. We're gonna make these people jump and go crazy, man. I'm telling you. So what we will do is we will get into the questions right now, and we'll jump right in and see what we've got. It says first one, Cotton. For those of us that don't have much of a tech background, who doesn't know what SEO was when we joined, could you spell out some of the differences, what we are learning and doing in OMG that is significantly different from the usual SEO person or agency does? We know what we're doing and learning, but some of us don't know and appreciate and fully, specifically in ways that are different and better. I'd like to explain it to people, especially clients. Well, I'm going to explain it. I'm going to let Derek explain it as well. It's always good to get his perspective as well. OMG has the only correct information that really talks about how to rank things. So all these other agencies do is they really don't understand. If they understood SEO very well, they have the manpower and they have the staff to literally obliterate us if they wanted to. I can take Derek and 3 people and I can blow away any agency in the United States with SEO. Derek, let me ask you a question. What could you do if you had 25 staff members and all you had to do is direct everybody and not do any of the work, but make sure that it was done right. Is there any agency in the world that could stand a chance against you?
That's not too much different than right now.
Well, right. No,
I
right.
have almost 15 people sometimes.
Right.
Yeah, but we're spread out over 100 projects at a time. But yeah, I mean, if this the site we're starting with already has a good base,
Mm-hmm.
and it just needs to be there, we can just hit it really hard. There's no way that they can stop us at all. Even just being in OMG myself, it's just we get to talk to the best people in the world. Even just having Will on the last couple of weeks, I've learned a ton with his stuff.
Sure.
And it's stuff that I don't have time. I can't test every single thing on my own, right? So
Sure.
having someone that's just dedicated to that is mind-boggling. It's such a game changer for a lot of people, I think. So
Right. You know what? That's why I wanted to hear yours. You bring up a great point. OMG really is. I want you to imagine that we're really running an SEO agency together. You got Greg Morrison, who's out constantly testing and testing, looking for if an algorithm is getting ready to drop. Other agencies don't have that. They don't know. They don't have anyone smart enough that knows when an algorithm's coming and how to beat it and what happened with it. So you got Greg Morrison. You got people like Joe Marfolio, who just is literally, and I could go through all the coaches, and I'm not going to take time to do that, but you get the idea. What I'm saying is what makes us better than everyone else is we're a community of SEO agencies, and you're getting the information from the best people in the world. There isn't, I'd be interested to see if there's another SEO agency anywhere that's making as much money as I am. I would be interested to see that. And there probably is. I just haven't found them yet. Or they don't rank, or they're hidden, or maybe they're in Australia, maybe they're in another country. But I don't think there is in the United States. And so that's the sort of stuff that you get. You get information about how to run your agency from some of the top people in the world. Derek is an SEO savant. Derek is incredible at SEO. You get people that I would put Derek up against. If I had to just pick, if I had to play kickball and play SEO kickball, I'm telling you that my team is going to be sick going against anyone else. And they've got the rankings to prove it. When you have all these other agencies, they can't beat us with our information. We have OMGers that are number one in so many cities. There's 4 or 5 people in Boston alone. We have number ones in Baltimore. Almost every city there's an OMGer in the top 5 somewhere. So when you look at that, that's why we're better than everyone else. We have the proof. Success leaves clues. And that's why. Then, it's Cotton's not that good. Well, man, my sites are ranking everywhere for the most visible locations in the world. So when you want to know what makes us different is because we all pool our resources together. Derek and I talk together. We talk with Greg. We talk with Joe. We talk with Steven, Fletch. We trade this information back and forth. I've just reached out, and Will and I are becoming very good friends. Will is now bringing information that, my God, I never even really understood until right now. And he's walking me through all of this. And, and Will is so talented. He was ranking with just search and click and not regular SEO. So I'm trading SEO information with him, showing him how I do my SEO. He's showing me how he does his, and it's just crazy. And when people get inside, that's what it is. And that's the information that you're going to get. To answer your question again, the lesson that you're going to get tonight is exclusive to OMG. There is no one that is going to be able to go out and show you exactly what I'm going to show you tonight and how to make money off of it this easy, this quickly, because the tool that I'm going to make available to you, I helped create with Mark. It doesn't exist anywhere else. So that's what you get with OMG that makes it so much different, is you're in a mastermind of the best SEOs in the world, and because we're all testing, and I learn from you guys as well. Derek does too. We'll see something and, there's a real, Angel's a real smart SEO. He's coming up strong. How old is he, Derek?
Um,
25, something like that?
yeah, 25 just proposed, I think. Yeah.
Young, young, like in his early 20s. And he's a pretty damn good SEO, isn't he?
Oh yeah, I work with them all the time. So.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. Is just, you got people like Michael Andrew Spears, who was 19 or 20 years old when he sold a $250,000 site. You got people like Tim Schmidt. You get with affiliate. I mean, it goes on and on and on and on and on and on. So hopefully that helps answer your question when you want to talk to people. It's just, you can say, I'm in a mastermind with some of the best SEOs in the world. And as I said, you're welcome to bring my site up. You can just say, look, here's, some of the things that we're able to do. Look at Chicago SEO. Look at this, look at that. Use my site as an example if you want to, and bring it up and let people see it. And there's a lot of people that have closed deals that way. I encourage you to do the same. Next one. I've heard you talk about the Moz keyword difficulty tool to help determine how long it will take to rank a keyword and how much to charge. I've noticed that SEMrush has that feature. When I compare the same keyword on Moz and SEMrush, I noticed that SEMrush is a little higher. Have you ever used SEMrush? This is what I want to explain to you guys. It doesn't matter what keyword difficulty tool that you use. It matters that you keep using the same one so you understand it. That's it. If you like SEMrush better than Moz keyword difficulty tool, by all means, use it. It's to get you familiar with that ranking of a difficulty. So if you're familiar and if you're comfortable with SEMrush keyword difficulty, then keep using it. Don't switch back and forth, because then you'll be able to start remembering numbers and you'll be able to track things and you'll be able to go, oh, all right, SEMrush, Chicago SEO is 57% difficulty, and then you go, okay, this is this percent. Just stick with the same keyword difficulty tool. Keyword K9 has a good one. SEMrush has a good one. I'm just, an old dog with, sticking with the same thing. I've used Moz keyword difficulty tool for almost 3 years now. So it's really hard for me to switch away from it. I'm not saying that there's not one that's more accurate, but if you stick with the same one, then you get the same consistency of difficulty. That makes sense, Derek?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter which one you use, as long as you just stick with one. So you just get consistency over the difficulty. Hopefully that answers your question. Next one. Derek, I want you to answer this one. We answered it on Assimilation Light, so if you want to listen to the questions and answers there. So I'm going to hand this over to Derek. I understand that PBN footer links are not good practice. However, how do you feel about footer links on the actual money site porting to the inner pages?
Well, hopefully I don't contract with you, I said before, but
You won't.
yeah,
You
I mean,
won't.
okay. Well, footer links on your money site, especially, usually it can be some of your most powerful methods of ranking your. If you have a lot of pages indexed on your site, usually, so like the best test I've had with like 1,000+ pages indexed, and then if I put a sideway link to my top of my silo or whatever, like anything that's really good navigation, and it's also good for boosting that keyword. Those are usually my most powerful on-page links at the time. But off-site, like saying like in WordPress footers, you can do it and test it, but just notice that it is a little bit more dangerous. I've done a lot of testing with site-wide links, in like external backlinks, and for every one that I've had really successful, I've had one that burned down. Right, so it comes down to the site, your choice of keyword, or usually I just try to stick to like brands, and because you're going to get a lot of anchor text from that site, right? So it can easily put you over that quota and throw you into a penguin penalty. So you have to be careful. But if you got the if it's one of your test sites, you want to try it out, do it. I mean, I'm not going to make anyone shy away from testing things, because that's not what we're here
let me ask you a little bit deeper the question that was asked by someone on Assimilation Light. What's your thoughts about you putting your footer link on a client's money site for SEO?
Yeah, well, I do it sometimes, but not too many of my clients. Just here and there, if they have a really strong site, I'll be like, yeah, let's sneak a link in there, you know. But usually, it's just going to be your brand, something. Ideally, like in Google's guidelines, they want you to no follow that link, but we don't always follow the rules, right? So I do follow a link from there. Can definitely jump your site up really well. Just be very cautious, and you don't want the only thing. The downside to it is people can reverse engineer that, and they can start going after your clients the same way people go after other people's web design clients, because it's just like they link from their client sites to them, and it's so easy to go out there and manipulate that that relationship very easily. So just be careful. Especially if they're not ranking, it's like, you're not getting good rankings with this company. Come try out ours.
Derek, would you advise anyone that has been in OMG for less than 6 months to be putting footer links on client sites?
It's kind of a toss-up, because if your site is weak and you need the link juice, it might be a good idea to do that, because you get a lot of links that way. But also, if your site's really weak, you can go in the opposite direction and never rank. So I'd advise very cherry picking. Like, you might want to get one or two, but
in other
test
words,
it, see how it works. Yeah,
you're answering with
dynamite.
Right. You're answering with Derek Owasiak knowledge. If you have the knowledge of a novice of 6 months, should you really take that risk? That's
I suggest not doing it.
Right.
It's kind of like playing with sticks of dynamite. Like, I can hand these things out all day. Some people are going to go find gold, and every other one is going to blow himself up, right?
Right.
So.
Right. So hopefully that answers your question to that. It's pretty much the same response that we gave on Assimilation Light. So you better know what you're doing. Let's just put it that way. You can blow it up as easy as you can, score with it. So it says they have a juicy domains question. Derek, it seems like a high percentage of domains available are .uk.ca. Are these okay to use on U.S. sites?
Yeah, we answered this last week too. They're perfectly fine to use anywhere. We only use them. We get a lot of them just because, say, out of like 100 .co.uk domains that we find, almost 25 to like 40% of them are clean. Where .coms will find 1,000 sites, and only like 5 will be good enough sites to use as PBN. So it's just there's a lot less spam in that market. So that's why we do use them. And when you're dealing with link juice, it's just about the links really. So a co.uk will push just as well as anything else. There's no TLD preference really anymore. You just base the article saying it's we read a good article on this site. Doesn't really matter if it's .com, .net, whatever. It's going to push. So I wouldn't worry about it. You're going to get a lot less. You're getting a lot better quality with some of those foreign TLDs right now.
Sure. Next question here. It said, you mentioned in Assimilation Light 30 or 40 Gregory Ortiz PBNs for City SEO. Based on this, we need to get to Danny, message me that question directly. It's not a question that I really want to go after right now. Let's see here. Trying to find some questions here. People asking. Cotton, if you're going after a brand name, what keyword do you focus on for your home page? The brand name, SEO agency, combination of both, or does it matter? I'll let you answer that one, Derek, while I'm looking for other questions. We have a lot of stuff on here.
Can you say that again? Like, I missed the last part.
Sure. It says, Cotton, if you're going after a brand name, what keyword do you focus on for your home page? the brand name, SEO agency, or combination of both? Or doesn't matter? Thanks, Brandon.
Yeah, it doesn't make that much sense. I mean, your homepage is going to rank for your brand, well, hopefully. But usually, like say in like the way we build out our sites, like we have the city pages, because we want to target specific cities that way, and we don't want to brand the whole site to just one city usually. But usually, like my homepage on my site ranks for the national versions of the terms, and then I have the local terms on the inner pages, right? So just because a lot of link juice gets sent to the homepage just by doing, like everything, like so, even those site-wide links we're doing, like a lot of those are going to be the homepage link, right? So I find it easier to rank the homepage for my main big term, and then so everything else is sent to the inner URLs. You don't want to put too much. You don't want to rank your homepage for too many terms, just because you're going to run out of like optimization space, right? Like you can only fit so much in your title. You want to keep your homepages not robust, like in terms of contents. It's going to be more of a hub for everything else. So it kind of really limits you to how much you want to rank it for. And I honestly, inner pages are easier to rank right now for me. So hopefully that kind of answers your question there.
Sure. Yeah, we got a lot of light questions here. It says, my PBN network is about 50 right now. I'm worried that all of them look very basic, one column themes, 3 to 5 pages and a few articles. The content is general theme based around incoming links. So am I overthinking, or should I be spending time getting them to look like proper websites, which would be a lot more time consuming? Go ahead and grab that one while I look for more. There's not a lot of links.
Yeah, well, this is all like personal preference, but for me, anything I spend over about $150 on a PBN, I usually put a little bit of effort into designing it. I don't even use homepage links on those ones, especially like if it's like a $500 PBN. I make the PBN look like an actual publishing site. It has constant articles coming in. I'm not using the homepage for sending the link juice directly to my money sites, and all of those ones will pass manual review because I want to keep those. Those are big investments. So like the $69 ones are the typical $69 and less kind of ones are the homepage type links where I need to have those on the homepage just because there's not enough link juice on the site, and you need to kind of just accumulate as much link juice on that one page as you can, right? So that's my rule of thumb. Anything under $115 is kind of homepage. Everything over that is more publishing style sites where we spend like $20 on design or whatever, but usually recycling 5 to 10 themes that are really good kind of contributor kind of themes, like news sites type of stuff or anything like that.
Cool.
And I know you don't buy like high-end auction ones, so you don't really have to do the whole design stuff.
Mm-hmm. God, there's not a lot of questions on here. It says here, do I need Ahrefs if I'm running with my tail between my legs about it? Should I wait until I make a client video? These are the questions that we're getting tonight. If you're new, I would just get OMG Command Center is what I would do. That's what I would do. So you don't have to go out and pay for a lot of stuff. The next question is, at one point, my website was in the 7-pack twice, and once for my city SEO page, and now I can't find myself in the maps, let alone the 3-pack, but I'm still on page 2, one of the organics. What do I do to get my site back? I'm trying to find. There's a lot of strange questions tonight. So
yeah, I mean, you could always just be looking into your past link building in the last couple of weeks to see if you're having any issues there. Like I always check to see if any of those links have some kind of panda penalty. Like if it's a PBN you're sending to it, and you just use like a decently long article title, see if it's coming up number one for that article title. That's how you can diagnose if it has any like panda issues usually. Sometimes it's just, you just gotta wait. It's gonna bounce back and forth. People are competing for the same term, it means you might not be going hard enough and someone else is just knocking you out. It's not that you're falling, it's they're going up. So, I mean, this is one of the reasons that a lot of companies hire us, is because the competition is always changing, right? And they want to stay at the king of the hill type of thing. And you can't just rank something, expect to stay number one for a year without any more efforts, right? So, other than that, I'd have to see, you'd have to power up your citations and do some more links, and usually pop right back in. But a lot of times it could just be time. How many times I just leave something and then it pops back in after a while. It takes a long time for some of these links you build and over the last 6 months to actually fully kick in effect, and that could be a reason. So it's just kind of one of those things that could be 100 different reasons for the same diagnosis.
Let me see here. Guys, can you comment about the Google outbound links updating last weekend? My concerns for PBNs as well as ONG teaches them. Derek, go ahead, but look for more questions. I didn't even pay attention to that. It's about outbound links from websites. Like, I'm going to assume way over 50. So you can discuss it while I'm looking for other stuff. There's nothing.
I can't remember what it was about.
It was just they penalized a bunch of sites over the weekend that had high amounts of outbound links, and many of the sites that I've investigated and looked at had well over 100 links going out, and they looked like directory sites that were very spammy. They were linking out to penalized sites. They were doing everything out. So I think what it all comes down to is, just as links coming into your site that are penalized, if your links are going out to penalized websites, that's going to affect you just as well if you have a high amount. I think is what they're really going over.
Yeah, I mean, they're going after more of like link farms and stuff like that right now.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I get clients all the time going and say, look at this, my competitor's top link, and it's just like a reciprocal link directory almost, right? I'm like, yeah, it's got a trustful of whatever, 35, whatever on it, and there's like 150 links on that page. And I'm like, I really don't want that at all. I'm like, I'm telling you, it's hard to explain to a client who thinks they know SEO that getting a link on that page just because of the metrics are strong is a good link. For one, it says like reciprocal link right on the top, and it's like, these are sites linking to me, so reciprocal linking is not allowed. This actually hurts everything I've done. And for like outbound links, it's mostly sites that are just it's just leaking so much juice out now anyways, and those links weren't doing much for you anyways. It's getting divided by, if a site has 1,000 links coming out of that page, the actual percent of juice you're going to get from that is minimal to none, right? So I never go after links that have lots of outbound links. So, and even though we don't talk about PageRank that much anymore, like PageRank still exists within Google's internals ranking, right? So they have actual PageRank in there, and it does divide more and more and more and more by the more outbound links. So, and like what Colin was saying, if those pages are linking to other pages that are penalized, they're getting a lot more stiff on that. So you're getting linked with a bad link network, basically, right? It's a bad neighborhood. And if they're linking to de-index pages, what's stopping them from de-indexing you, basically, right?
Mm-hmm. Got it. Good answer. So I think we've got a couple of questions lined up here from combing through everything. It says, since you're going through this, Cotton, how does redesigning your website affect your rankings if you leave the same content? Thinking about redesigning my site. I'm currently about a week and a half away from launching a 2.0 version of my website. Look entirely different, but all my content will remain the same in the body of the website. So there won't be a lot of changes on that. So I don't look for anything. If you don't change a lot of stuff, it's not going to have any effect because it's going to be an instantaneous. It's going to be an instantaneous swap. But if you're going to change all your content around, you're going to change your titles and your tags and your descriptions and all that other stuff. And obviously, but if you keep your pages intact and you keep your URLs intact and you keep your titles, your descriptions all intact, you'll be fine. I'm even going to clean up the content on the pages and make them more SEO targeted. So I am going to update the page, but it's going to make it better. So I'm going to leave the same keywords in and not. So with you just having a brand new site, Mustafa, because I know you're brand new, you'll be fine if you just keep everything the same. I redesigned my site 6 or 7 times when I first started the 6 months.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like running a nightclub. It's like it's like all businesses need a refresh every 3 years or so like that. It's just to stay up to date. I mean, it's going to improve your time on site usually. If people come to the site that looks more modern, they're going to spend more time on the site, and especially with people that are really sensitive to like bad web design.
Right. Yeah, definitely. No, you'll be fine. The next question is, how would you go with explaining SEO to a client and not get too technical or savvy? I never really use the word SEO when I'm talking to them. I just let a business owner kind of describe to me and said, you've contacted us. You obviously want more customers, want more clients, want more traffic. Just kind of describe to me exactly what your envision of success is by working with anyone. And they'll kind of tell you what it is. And when they go, what do you guys do? Or if someone asks me to describe what SEO is, it's pretty simple. It's Google looks at it. It's almost like a schoolyard. So you have popular kids and you have kids that are not so popular. So when you come on the schoolyard with your new website, your website is not very popular. You don't have any friends yet. But if you have an anchor text of a coming back talking about you, then you got a friend talking about you. So what we do is we connect you with trusted and powerful websites or friends that Google sees as that, which increases your popularity. And kind of an analogy to look at is if you had a Instagram site or an account, and if I had Justin Bieber asked who is Cotton Grammar, how many Instagram followers do you think I'm going to get, and how many likes do you think I'm going to get on that? So if Justin Bieber says Cotton Grammar is the best SEO ever because the kid's on Instagram and he's got 50 million followers, that's going to make me an SEO superstar overnight. I'm going to be now the SEO of all the stars. So he took his power, his fame, his notoriety, talked about me. You can look at that as an anchor text. Talked about me, and now my notoriety, my visibility, and my everything raised up. So when your SEO is kind of like that. So when I describe it to a business, we go out and we find very trusted and powerful friends that Google has that when they talk about you, it's going to pass along their authority and their trust, making you more popular, and trust Google raising you up. That's about as technical as I get. They understand it. They go, oh, wow, I understand that. And that's how I explain it. So that's it. We will move to the next question. Let's see. Hi guys. I heard you saying on a webinar that you should build about 5 links a week. My understanding is that is not including social profiles. Should I be getting 5 different PBNs, or can I send multiple links to a money site from one PBN? Thank you, Ava. What I'm saying is that literally when I'm starting out trying to rank a client or even a brand new website, I'm a little more aggressive than a lot of people than what's going to be taught. I'll do about 15 to 20 links a month. What about you, Derek?
Okay.
Regular PBNs. Let's just talk about regular PBNs that are between the power of 15 and 20 DA, 15 and 20. What would you?
I'm a little crazy. I've done but I know what the outcome's usually going to be. So
right.
I've done up to 50 links in a day, right? But
well, of course.
um, I mean, like the way we try to talk about this stuff is
Mm-hmm.
we want everyone to be kind of safe, right? So,
Sure.
like a lot of this stuff is trying to we're trying to design more of like a cookie cutter formula for something that's SEO, which is not cookie cutter, right? But usually you want to send like the max. Like if you watch Greg's, I think they've probably seen Swimmer's sink or swim video where he was able to, he was doing like 1 link per day, and that's pretty much a guideline that most of the time for most of my clients, it's all we ever do is like 1 per day, where because you're going to have a lot more reliable results. If you do too many, like I've done, where I've done like 5 to 10 in a single day at a time, and you might get negative results. You're gonna panic, and what happens a lot of times is like I can tank the site for 5-6 days because it's just too much juice to calculate and stuff like that. But then it comes back stronger, right? So, but I prefer the 1 link per day method because I never have those kind of issues, right? It kind of just always goes up, where it doesn't have to like.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of hard to explain, but I've done so many sites where we're like, oh crap, we really got to rank this really fast, and we just use like the entire network. You do a whole bunch of stuff, and then it's just like the site's nowhere to be found for 2 weeks, right? And then all of a sudden, just boom, it's like number one. But it's a lot of risk involved in there, and you don't want to do that. So,
Sure.
not until you're at least done doing this for like 4 or 5 years, I'd say. Like,
Right. For
so
new
stick to the 1 link
people,
per day.
yeah. For new people still, I think you're good at 15 to 20 links a month at a max, and just get your feel for what goes on. But just to give you an idea, I will slide this over. This is the links that Ahrefs has found on my site in the last 90 days. 30, 3, 5, 3, 7, 4, 2, 3, 2, 5. This, and my site is as healthy as anything. So
yeah, you have 377 on that one day there.
Right. Yeah, there was someone trying to negative SEO me, but they weren't very smart. They weren't very smart. Yeah.
Once you get to that point, there's a tipping point where your site can just handle anything, right? It's
right. Exactly.
When you're an authority, like you think like Huffington Post or something like that can handle. It only takes 1 link per day. No, it's taking like thousands of links per day, right? So,
right.
You have to really figure out where you are on that scale. That's all it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, honestly, if you had a big, massive client, DA 70 or whatever like that, it's to rank them with 1 link per day is going to be difficult for a lot of terms, right? So, plus they're going to have a lot of natural links already, right? So it's just a lot of people, like even my site, we're still getting like 20 links per day, and I'm like, I don't even know where these links are coming from, So it's just natural linking, and there's a lot of scrapers out there and other stuff, and people republishing your content, and so it's.
Right.
Don't worry about breaking stuff so much, though. That's all.
Yep. That is absolutely correct.
Don't get stuck in analysis paralysis.
Trying to look for more questions here. Do you use a browser other than Chrome for different tasks like PBN posts or keeping a list of your PBNs? Chrome is just so easy to use, but these days I feel like Google's watching me while I sleep to collect data. How paranoid are you about using Chrome versus Firefox? Derek, I'll let you answer and I'll follow up.
Well, I do use Chrome, not for PBNs, but for like other stuff, like if I do Web 2.0s and stuff like that, put the links in there, it's fine. I'm not worried about it, especially because I just have issues with Firefox, and I like using Google spreadsheets a lot, and I can't copy paste. My web stuff doesn't work on it, and just like it's not made for Google Sheets. But that's why I use. I don't use Google Sheets for tracking my PBN posts. I use it's called what's it called? Zoho. Yeah. ZOHO.com. It's the only other online spreadsheet I found that works really well, that works almost as well as Google Sheets. So, because I used to use OneDrive, and I just almost threw my computer in the garbage because of that crap.
Yeah.
But it's a good place to use if you want to try it out. But because I mean, you definitely don't want to be storing your PBN links in your Google Sheets or even using your anything Chrome like. But I mean, think about it. There's billions of people out there. They're not analyzing every single thing we do. So
Yeah, I just use Excel Online for that. So
yeah,
like
that's Excel. Yeah, that's OneDrive, right?
yeah. Yep.
Yeah, like I just have issues with them a lot of times.
Sure.
Every time I want to copy and paste, it always gives me errors. And
Yeah. As far as also as posting PBNs and doing all that other stuff, I've started doing all my posting through Network Crusader, which doesn't leave a trace wherever you post. So that's what I do. It just makes it easy. So, but I will post from stuff. I'm not as scared as other people. I won't stop using Chrome, and I don't believe that Google's watching everybody. I'm not going to be stupid and track all my data on a spreadsheet. But me logging into a certain site, and if I got to post something here or there, I do, and I don't care. And if I've never had a problem with it. There's nothing wrong with being cautious, but I'm just one of these people that have never got clipped yet. And maybe when I do, I'll be a believer. But until then, I use Chrome, and then I use Network Crusader, and sometimes I use Safari, but because I'm a Mac user. So, yeah.
Well, I use WP, main WP there, so it's
same thing.
Pretty much similar.
Yeah.
It's just like you don't even have to log into the site directly. You just
right.
do it from the main dashboard. It's fine. I've never had an issue with that.
Yep.
And I got like 300 PBNs.
Mm-hmm. And Steven has a question here. I thought it was Stephanie, but it was Steven. I thought it was someone else. It says, Derek, you said it was okay to link out 50 sites to a money site in one day, but should you not register? Okay. Right. Here's our question, which I want to address it so there's no confusion. It says, so you don't want to register all 50 of those domains in one day, right? Because then the 50 domains would have the same registration date and that'd be a red flag, right, Derek?
Well, I wasn't saying that I'm not buying 50 PBNs in one day and then hosting them and setting them up and pointing them. Usually this is stuff like, like not just, I don't just do PBNs. I do like, guest posting. I do like Web 2.0s. I do everything else, right? So right. I never have, like everything I do is built like on like tables, right? Like table legs. Like, so I have, you take away all my PBNs, the rest of the rankings still work because I've done diversity, right? So
yep.
I'm not going to register 50 PBNs, expired ones, and register them all one day and then post them all one day. I mean, not only would that be practically impossible for me to do, right. It's just like a lot of labor, right?
Sure.
You have to get them all indexed and all that stuff, and do all the design. No, but this is usually posting from either existing networks or guest posts and else, like we had Ryan Stewart on a little while ago, like where, I mean, if you had the campaign budget, you could easily be getting 20, 30 links per day if you had, like a really massive budget, right? So, and it'd be completely random from where they're coming from.
Right. Got it. Let's see where we're at. I don't want to keep everybody very late here tonight. I want to see if there's any other questions. Let's see right here. No, we will just jump right onto the lesson. We're going to make this a short and sweet in and out of this assimilation webinar tonight so everyone can make some money. How about that? So I know it's late. We started at 8 o'clock tonight. I know it's only 6 o'clock on the West Coast, but still, let's like still get this going. So what I want to see is, guys, we're going to jump right into the lesson right now. And what we're going to do is I accidentally did something about 3 weeks ago. There was an accident, which is that I get into a bad habit that I create so much new content and bring in so much new content into assimilation that once I teach something, I almost throw it away and I consider it done and gone. So what I did was on Assimilation Lite about 3-4 weeks ago, I talked about mobile pages. and how mobile-friendly websites and how to find them, and how that it was one of the most powerful sites that you could use if you're a beginner, and why it was. And it seemed to be like that it caught on with everyone going out to do it. So how many of you have tried to do mobile-friendly sites? We taught it over a year ago. Stephen and I discovered it, taught it a year ago, well over a year ago, probably about 13 months ago. And I want you to give me hashtag mobile if you're aware of that method, and if you have had success with it. Or if you're going to try it, or if you want to try it, just anything, I want you to give me hashtag mobile. Hashtag mobile. We should be getting, there's about 415 people on right now. We should be getting about 300 hashtag mobiles on here. What we should be getting. How many of you have no idea what I'm talking about? Just give me hashtag no idea. No idea. So we will look here. We're getting a lot of the mobile come in. And it's a pretty simple process. It's a pretty simple process. And what I'll do is over here, hold on, is let me pull this up here. I don't even know what it is on my site. So I gave this site out, and we'll do it again here so everyone is on the same page. We'll just do a quick refresh on this. So I put 6,000 niches on here. All this stuff that you see going around, they stole this from my site last year. This right here, then I started seeing other people do Facebook ads with it and everything else after I put all these together. So with this right here, let's just come in here and let's just pick a niche, just roll it around right here, and just pick a niche and stop. And we're going to do right here. So we'll do land surveyors right here. And what I want to do is I've got land surveyors. What I want someone to do is I want you to give me a city. Just post a random city in there. Post a random city. I want to make this real easy. Post a random city. We got Atlanta. So what we will do is we will take, and while everyone is posting Bangkok, we will sit here and we will do right over here. We will go to Google and we will bring in right here. We will go into this right here, land surveyors, Atlanta, and we will do it right here. So let's get the GA out of there. Let's just do it regular. So this is where we'll be at right here. I want everyone with me. I have no idea right here what's going to happen. I want you to get your phone out right here, just as I am. Surveyors. I'm the world's most horrible speller. Surveyors, Atlanta. And I want you to search for it right now. And let's scroll down here. And sure enough, we got the number one website on here is not mobile friendly. There's a lead right there. The second one is not either. Number one, number two, looks like number 7. There's a lot of them on this page. If you found these right here, Land Surveyors Atlanta, which you just seen me do right here. Land Surveyors Atlanta, we have this one right here is not mobile friendly. If you guys are finding the same thing I am, give me hashtag found it. Found it. I want you to do it. I want you to do it with me. I want you to see how easy this is to do. It's very easy to do. Boom, there's someone right there. And we showed that on Assimilation Lite, so we brought it back. Derek, it's called an old lead but a goodie. These things never go away. There's too many websites out there. We can't get to all to them, and other SEO agencies aren't as savvy as we are about doing it. So as you can see, I randomly pulled it out. I randomly just fluck it on there. We pulled out a keyword. We also picked out a city, hit it, boom. We have success right there. We have success and we found leads. This is how easy it is to do that. So what I want you to do is if you guys realize right now how easy this is to do, I want you to give me hashtag easy. This is very easy to do. Very easy. And what I want to do is I will also put this link back in here again. And I will put it right here. Keep the hashtag easy's coming. I got quotas, man. We got to get hashtags. Derek gets mad if we don't get these hashtags.
No,
You
more
like
hashtags.
That's right. Derek is very rude to me after these webinars. He goes, "You could have got more." I'm like, Derek, please, come on. Now they're like coming so fast, Derek. I can't click on it to put it. Look, I'm trying to click. Come on, it's not working, which is a good thing. There we go. So there it is right there. That's it. So it's cottongrammar.com, local SEO niches. You'll get it right there. So this is so easy to do. I'm not going to get into the lesson anymore. I just wanted to refresh everyone what this is. So, we went through it on a simulation webinar. I believe it was March 11th, 2015. Don't ask me how I know that. I guess a lot of people have posted it and I remembered it. But Stephen Floyd also posted a 5-minute video on it, refreshing everyone exactly how to get it done. So everyone should know how to do this. So this is a very, very brain dead way to go out and make money. You don't have to know SEO. You don't have to know anything. All you have to do is have your cell phone, and there's easier ways to do it. You can go into, OMG Command Center. They have a mobile prospector there. You can make it look, you can make it a whole lot easier for you. I want to show you how you don't even have to spend money on anything to pull leads to just go out and do this. Now, what I want you guys to do is it's a very easy way for you guys to go out and open up a door or to make money with it. I don't advise you to build your business around it because you will fail. This is a quick way for you to supplement your income, but there's no one going to make $100,000 a month doing this unless you've got a staff of people and you're just doing it, and it's not going to be sustainable. These are one-shot deals unless you convert people. So you better price these accordingly so you can move into doing search engine optimization. It is literally an SEO splitting method that we created last year for you to move into and to get clients to get inside their door. So that's what this is used for. So now that I brought this back up again, and I'm mainly asking for old OMGers that have been here for longer than 6 months, how many of you are going to go out and now going to try this again now that I brought it back up and shown how easy that it is, if this is your first time hearing us talk about it? There's a ton of talk about it in Assimilation Light, but there's not a lot of talk about it in regular OMG NHB group that has 3,000 members in it. So if you guys are going to give it a try, give me hashtag again. Just again, that you're going to give it a try again. Because you should. Exactly. It's very, very easy. It gives you a way to open up the door, to talk to business owners any way you want. Remember, there's always a problem. If you come to them with a problem and you have the solution and you show them, I'm not going to get into it. You can watch the Assimilation replay, the March 11th replay. There's brand new articles out right now that the new mobile update is coming out again in a couple weeks, and they're just going to spank these people into space. They say that once they update it, it's going to be crazy. So everyone should be excited about trying this again. But remember, I don't want you to focus on this totally, because what you'll do, especially if you're new, it will really hurt your SEO skills by you not putting time into. So what a good way to do it is I'm telling you, you got to grind when you first start out. You need to be doing client stuff. If this is your only job you've got, you can be doing client work from 9 to 5, take a break, and literally the real entrepreneurs are made from 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. That's when the real entrepreneurs are made. They're not made from 9 to 5. They're made from 8 to 2. So what I want you to do is I want you to give me hashtag 82. That's all I want to do, hashtag, and it's going to stand for hashtag 8 to 2. I'm telling you, that's how I make my money. I've heard so many people, from Tony Robbins to Gary Vaynerchuk to Grant Cardone to everyone that you heard of that is successful. The real money of being an entrepreneur is from 8 to 2. You got to do your maintenance work. You got to bring money in, the research and development, the SEO, all the other stuff that you're doing. That's from 8 to 2. So I want you to remember that. So whatever you're doing from 8 to 2, I really want you to focus on, are you really being productive during this time? If you've got to get the kids to bed, and, we got Moon Crystal Girl here trying to text me, what if you go to bed at 10? Don't. Make it 2 until you get the type of money that you want. Now, here's what I do know. I know that when I first started out, this is what I did. I found a way to get an extra hour back. And this isn't the lesson, by the way. I'm just giving a little mindset stuff right now to go with this. So look at it this way. We reward ourselves so much that we go out and we do, oh my God, I'm going to reward myself and watch this TV show. I'm going to reward myself and I'm going to hang out with the buddies. I'm going to reward myself and I'm going to do this. Stop rewarding yourself for 90 days until you get what you want, and you'll see what happens. So what you can do is cut out whatever you're doing. Find a way to sleep 1 hour less every day for 1 month. Now you have a 5-week month. 5-week month. I've just given you 5 weeks back. 5 weeks in a month to do that. Think about that. How many of you could literally give up 1 hour of sleep or 1 hour of something, rewarding yourself for the next month? How many of you could do that? Give me hashtag I can. I want to see it. Hashtag I can. And now those of you that are doing I can, I want you to make that hour. I really want you to make that hour productive. I want you to do something that you know is either building your mind, building your business, or investing back into you. This has to be worthwhile time. Sleeping 1 hour less, or stop and cut out something that you're rewarding yourself with. That's 30 extra hours a month. That is an extra week back into. Tell me this. What could you do with 1 extra week? With 1 extra week. It's crazy what you can do. Now, this is what I'm talking about. If you're working right now, if you're putting in 40, guess what? You need to be putting in, now you need to put in 47. And see what happens. See if it doesn't grow your business. See if it doesn't help you. I'm just telling you, it will. I'm not telling you to cut out time with your family or to say, hey, look, slap the kids and put them to bed an hour early. That's not what I'm telling you to do. I'm telling you to make the sacrifice. I don't want you to make the sacrifice with your relationships, with your family, anything else. That's the most important in my eyes. Make that time for them. But you can sleep 1 hour less and do it if you're not doing it. And if you're already working from 8 to 2, then you need to find a way to shave another hour. I want everyone to try to shave another hour and grind it out and make it happen, because that's the only way that it is. That's the only way that it's going to happen. So the reason that I got into this, I'd had no plans to even talk about this. But the thing is with this mobile stuff, this is what you do during kid hours, 9 to 5. The SEO is what you need to focus on and harness your skills. Because I'm telling you right now, I'm watching too many new people have zero SEO skills, zero rankings. They're not knowing what to do with clients. They're not knowing how to rank people. And it's not very good. So I would not be able to command the type of people that I do. Derek wouldn't be able to type of people he can command if it wasn't for our SEO skill. Then when you add sales skill, when you add the psychology, motivation, everything behind it, it makes it explosive, absolutely explosive. But you've got to work on your skill. Remember, you're supposed to be a master of free traffic. So you need to be investing your time 8 to 2, building yourself, making yourself stronger. I went about it in the other webinar. Everyone has to train. Doesn't matter. Fighters in UFC have to train for months before a fight. NFL players, they have to come in for preseason before they start playing NFL games. There's spring training in baseball. They have to play 20 games before they're ready for the season, just to get warmed up, just to get all their sensors right. You need to be doing the same thing with search engine optimization. If you want to be good at search engine optimization, you need to constantly be testing. You need to constantly be putting time into it. You need to be constantly pushing the envelope. And there's only one way to do that, and that's to break shit. Right, Derek? Is that how you learned SEO, by breaking stuff?
That's how I do everything, man.
See? Right. You got to break some stuff. And I'm not talking about your client stuff. I'm talking about your stuff. You need to get up 3 or 4 different websites, rank them in different ways, push the boundaries of what's going on, find out what happens. Now, if for those of you OMGers that have access to Assimilation Lite, if you go back and you listen to what we did Monday, we showed you how you could take 2 PBNs and turn it into 100. I'm not going to get into that. With that right here, now you can set up 3 other websites and test out how to rank in other cities and find out what goes on. That's what you need to do to become a better SEO. That's how I did it. That's how Derek does it. That's how everyone, Al Fletch does it. Greg does it. Greg, his whole life is about trying to break stuff. I'm serious. It's about trying to fail and find out where that line's at. I'm going to be honest with you right now. Will and I, we talked a couple days ago. We're trying to do a test right now of find out where the break point is, where the break point on something is. And then we got to start all over again and stop right before it. And then we go, oh, okay. So we got to break it to fix it. So don't be afraid. But what I'm saying is don't be afraid to fail. Just don't do it on your client site and don't do it on your main money site. Put up a couple other sites and just say, these are my test sites. These are my test sites. For those of you that are brand new, I had 2 websites that I started with. Both of them actually were ranked in a lot of cities at number 1 and number 2 everywhere. Well, the very first site that I put up was Resilient Solution. The second site I put up with is a dummy site just to test stuff out, was cottongrammar.com. I think you guys know the end of the story. So what I'm saying is, if I wouldn't have had 2 or 3 websites up, and I still do right now, I've got 6 or 7 websites that I'm ranking in multiple cities everywhere just to see what happens, doing them in different ways and other stuff. That's what you got to do. You got to do this sort of stuff. So that's what I'm encouraging you right now. Go out and break some stuff, but don't test it on clients and don't do it on that. But your goal being an OMG should be the best SEO possible so you can make money. I know a lot of you come in with the idea, I want to make as much money as possible. And then you do, when we show something like, mobile-friendly pages. Mobile-friendly pages is an arbitrage type of a client getting method. It's a foot in the door. There's no talent behind it. 0 talent behind it. And what I'm going to show you next, there's 0 talent behind what I'm going to show you. That's why I'm talking about this. This client getting method, 0 talent behind it. Every one of you is going to be able to understand this. But I want to remind you, I wouldn't put all your eggs in this. This is for those of you to go out that really need to make some money right now. From 9 to 5, hit it hard, get some cash. And from 8 to 2, you need to be working on your SEO or your other skills or your research and development. So before I get started with this, I want to make this very clear to this guy. I want to see there's almost 500 people on here. Give me hashtag 0 talent. This client getting method requires 0 talent. And the good news is that means everyone's going to be able to understand it and kill with it. But I want you to understand there's 0 talent behind this. 0. When I get done explaining it to you. So as soon as I see at least these things rolling in here. But you know what? When you're new, you need 0 talent client getting options to go out and get your clients. So we're going to do that. So what happened is we're going to do a do-over while all these are flying in right now, these 0 talents, hashtag 0 talent. We went over this earlier on in the year, and unfortunately it didn't go the way I wanted it to. It was too soon to talk about it. The things weren't ready for it. So we're just going to forget that webinar happened, and now we're going to talk about it. So with what we're doing is this is to help you just kind of frame stuff for clients, just so you understand. I'm going to go through this stuff for you. It's official, and this happened last year, that Google says more searches are now on mobile than desktop. And it's even higher than it was last year at this point. This article was written over a year ago. I think that number is up to about 66% of all searches are from a mobile device, which means that that is absolutely something we all need to be focused on and paying attention to. So how many of you knew that? I want you to give me hashtag I know or hashtag did not know. I want to see how many people actually knew that it was that high at about 66%, 66, 67% of all searches right now. God, I'm trying to get up here. Man, we're getting them on everywhere, Derek. We're getting them on below too. People's posting on the wrong one. Man, people's posting on the wrong one right there. All right, they got 200 people posting wrong. It's on the top one. So I want to see how many of you guys right here know we're not getting any of these. My things locked up. Let me refresh my screen right here. You should know this. Mobile is massive. Mobile is going to continue to grow. It is at 66%. So that is crazy. So we've got on this here that, that mobiles continue to overtake stuff, but there's something that we talked about earlier and we want to talk about right now, which is this: accelerated mobile pages. Accelerated mobile pages are here. They're not going to go away. And I can tell you right now that 99% of all businesses do not have accelerated mobile pages. That's what AMP pages are. So AMP pages is simply this. I'm going to make it as simple as possible without getting technical for everyone, because you really don't need to know what it is. What you need to know is Google's taking notice of it. It's a very stripped down version of a web page that basically has not a lot on it, that makes it move faster so people can load pages a whole lot quicker. And Google is really pushing for everyone to convert over to accelerated mobile pages. Now, we've talked about it before, and like I said, I want everyone to forget about it. This is the solution and the answer right here. So I've already shown you guys how you're going to go in and you can talk about mobile pages and mobile-friendly websites, how to upgrade them. What we're going to talk about right now is, for one, how you can do the second upgrade on mobile-friendly pages to convert them into AMP pages. And secondly, I'm going to show you how every business and why they need to have accelerated mobile pages on their website right now, and how you're going to be able to do it so easy that it's ridiculous. Now, what we're going to do before we get into talking about why is it so important, or hey, Cotton, I've already figured out how to do AMP pages. I've got this free plugin. That free plugin sucks. I want to show you why here in a second. So if you think you've got this figured out, trust me, you don't. This is an OMG exclusive, what we're going to show you. Only OMGers are going to get this. So how many of you guys think that you could go out, if you had a push button method to convert websites over to very beautiful looking accelerated mobile pages, that you could make some money with it? Give me hashtag money. I want to see it. Anyone can do it. Pushing a button. I want to see hashtag money if you really believe that you can. 99% of all businesses out there are going to need this, and I'm going to explain to you why they're going to need it here in a moment. But Derek, it looks like a lot of people believe they can make some money off this.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's such an easy job to do. I was using this strategy actually just to get more reviews in my Google Place and stuff, just so we can show that
right,
why we're awesome. It's like we have 50 reviews in your Google,
exactly.
Your Google Plus business, right? And
exactly,
they're just such easy tasks to do.
Sure, absolutely. So what we're going to talk about is these AMP pages. So I want to make sure that everyone understands what AMP means. Accelerated mobile pages is AMP pages. So that's what we're going to call them. So I'm going to give you a couple solutions about how you can sell these and how you can do this and do the upgrade. I'm going to show you over my shoulder how to convert one of the pages over so easy that's ridiculous, and how this is going to do more than anything you've ever seen. So with this, the reason that this is so important is because Google has come out, and I think I've got the article right here that says, hold on. Google came out, and John Mueller was on a hangout and says that Google says that AMP pages are not a ranking factor. And this was just a month ago. Well, the whole thing of it is, if you read between the lines, it's a bunch of BS. And I'm going to tell you why. Because if it doesn't matter, how would you like to do this? How would you like to post a page, an AMP page, and it automatically go to page 1? Tell me that that wouldn't interest you. That if you post an AMP page, it has a possibility of going straight to page 1. Straight to page 1. Like, just stop, do not pass, go straight to page 1. Give me a hell yeah. You know, Nathan started it. Give me a hell yeah. Straight to page 1. On mobile only.
You have to read in between the lines in that article. It's like
I know,
it's not going to actually improve the rankings of the individual page that you were trying to get. But.
Right, exactly. So everyone's interested in this. Well, I'm going to tell you what like Google's doing, which is very sneaky. Now, they came out and said on this hangout, listen, AMP pages is not going to affect rankings, and that's all we're saying at the moment. But yet, Google has support for AMP pages. Google is pushing AMP pages and do all this other stuff. So just like Derek said, you've got to read between the lines, and you've got to do what common sense is. So let me show you exactly what they're doing right here. Here is a snapshot I took from my cell phone today, and it's Jordan Spieth. Just typed in, and I want you to look at this right here. Look at that. AMP with the lightning bolt on it. What Google is doing right now, they have built a carousel that you can flip with your finger right here. Flip with your finger and have all these different articles show up about certain keywords. How would you like to be in that carousel with keywords, and Google is looking for these and rewarding people that are doing them? I've seen it, and I've done it before for some of my clients. So if you want, how many of you would like to have this AMP page and to be put on this carousel right here where you can flip it with a finger and they can go? Doesn't that sound amazing? Just give me hashtag amazing, because that's what Google's doing with it right now. So that's kind of the opposite of what Google's saying. What like Google's going out and saying right now is, well, yeah, we're not going to give any ranking credit for it, but we're going to put it in the carousel on page 1. It's like, what? So you're going to automatically pluck these pages and you're going to put them in a carousel, and you're going to put this AMP right here so everyone sees it and make it special so we can flip our fingers across it and start clicking on it for keywords, for articles to read and stuff like that. It's like, it's crazy. So that's how important this is. So when you show this to clients and when you show them how Google is clamping down on all this stuff, this is another no-brainer for you to upgrade any mobile-friendly pages. I can also tell you this. If you've got, and I'm telling you, I'm giving you the best advice I can, you need to be saving anyone that was a potential client. I've got all my potential clients back from, oh my God, 2.5 years, 3 years ago. All my potential clients are in my list. All my clients are in my list. And all of the potential ones that I have not closed yet. There's probably about 30, 40 deals I'm out there working right now that aren't yet closed. So with those, I want you to imagine that, and it happens to me, and I've done this with this. So here's AMP pages that comes along, and I just lost, and I'm not lost, but people graduated on, and I lost $54,000 worth of business last month. So the reason that I'm able to get all this business back is all of these people that graduate on after I get them to where they need to go that equal that $54,000. And all of my old clients before what I did is I simply included them all in an email and said, listen, there's something that's very important that's coming up. I show them this. I said, accelerated mobile pages is very important for you to have. The good news is I'm not going to charge you anything. And that's the truth. I don't. But my currency is, if you want me to set yours up for free right now, I need you to give me 2 clients that I can sign up. That's 2 clients that I sign on as a client. And you want to know what happens? Every month that I come up with something like this, or another thing, or an update you want me to take, or you got credits for a refresh or something else that they need, here's what happens is I've got all these clients now that automatically, I lost 54. I just got back 128. And I haven't even processed all of them. So I don't want you to think of just using this for money. I want you to look at this of how you don't take money from clients and you put them out as your workers. Because guess what? I don't give a damn about charging them $500. A little pipsqueak. I don't even know. $500, I don't even know what that is to me anymore. So it's not worth my time. But I'm going to tell you what is. What is worth my time is them sending me 2 clients over $4,000. Now I got $8,000 reoccurring for at least 6 months. I've got $50,000 to upgrade their pages to AMP pages. Now tell me it's not worth upgrading for that reason. Give me hashtag 50K. Give me hashtag 50K if it's not worth it. What you got to do is you got to take these methods and you got to make them work for you. You see, other people are small-minded. They want to go out and they want to get all the money up front instead of waiting to get all the money on the back. See, I get all my money on the back, and that's how I'm able to successfully just grind it out every month and send out one freaking email and get, boom, there's 8K. Boom. So I got back literally 48 responses saying, let's get it done. And here come all the referrals, boop, 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 all of them coming in. That's what happens. Now, that's one way that you can use it. You can use it another way. You can use it as a foot in the door. You don't even have to use mobile pages. So now you can go back to all of the people that have mobile pages that paid you to get it done because it's so damn important. And now you can say, oh man, Google did it again. They did it again. Let me get this updated for you. All I need you to do is listen. I don't want to charge you anything for it. Here's all the articles about it. I'm sorry. It's just Google, man. Damn Google. Right, Derek? Oh, doesn't Google suck, Derek?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah. and then so when you do that, they're like, listen, man, I just feel bad about charging anything for it, but I'm a businessman. I can't do anything for free. Tell you what, if you can send me at least one referral or a couple referrals and, people that I can sign up. I'm not talking about you just throw a bone over here and I call up someone and it doesn't work. So tell you what, if you want to, put a blast out on your Facebook group or, put a blast out on your LinkedIn profile and say, hey, I got a great SEO, anyone want, let's do it. So here we go. Boom, you get some more clients. That's how you get it done. See, I'm not in the nickel and dime business. Anyone can nickel and dime. So that's how you do it. Or you can just use it to get your foot in the door. You can charge someone $100 and now you can earn their business and say, hey, look, I've noticed that you're not, accelerated mobile pages, but you're also on page 3. Listen, let me give you a free analysis. I'll go ahead and I'll get this fixed for you. $100 to get it fixed, whatever you want to do. Now your foot's in the door. Your foot's in the door. So this is what I want you to do this sort of stuff for. So obviously the mobile friendly test is your best friend with all this. So what we're going to do into right now is that back in January when we had this webinar, we talked about there was a free plugin that was out there that could convert AMP pages over. And I don't know who built it. I don't know who done it. I don't know anything about it. But to me, I didn't like it. I thought it was horrendous. And if you've used it, it wasn't very good. How many of you actually use that plugin? Give me hashtag I have. I want to see. It's done by amp.org. Yeah, I mean, I'm not here to bust on anything or anyone, but it just was horrendous. And I'm going to tell you why. And we're going to get into that in a little bit. So what I use is I went and I seen that there was a tremendous amount of money to be made with this. I like seeing that it was a way for me to get so many referrals. I mean, because I'm going to upgrade their pages and I'm not going to take money for it. I'm going to take referrals for it. So now I'm doing 50K upgrades. You know, I'm like making real money off these upgrades, not, you know, just $2,000 or $3,000. So what we did is I went to Mark. And for those of you that don't know who Mark is on my website. You know, if you go to the About section, Mark and I have been friends for a very long time. So I called up Mark and Mark Bronikowski, and I said, hey, Mark, what's up with this plugin, man? This thing absolutely sucks. And he's like, hold on, let me look at it. He looked at it and he's like, wow, this thing is a piece of garbage. And I'm like, yeah, it kind of is. And I'm not sure which one it was. And he was like, I can build a better one. I'm like, oh, well, you want to know what? It'd be better if it had this, and this. He's like, let me get to work on that. Let me see what I can do. Well, good news is about 3 weeks later, he had it done. Then he kept improving it and improving it and improving it. And I got it done. So what we're going to show you tonight is what is called WP Amplifier and how it works. It's a simple plugin, and I don't want you guys to get all freaked out about it's only for WordPress. It's only for WordPress. So just don't ask, what about Drupal? What about HTML? Sorry. It's just not. So we seen a need on assimilation. We went out and created. This has not, I repeat, is not been released or talked about outside of OMG. So you guys are going to be grateful for this. And when you are, I want you to give me a hashtag OMG, not right now. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to show you how this thing works. So typically, what we want to do is let me go over here to, what did I have up over here? Here we go. So all you do is you upload WP Amplifier just like you would any plugin. And we all know how to upload a plugin. You all should. If you're not, then we're in trouble at this point. We don't have anyone that's here that's that new. But what makes really things weird is with the other AMP plugin, what they would do is it was very basic. There could be no logos. There could be no call to action. It looked really bad. It just didn't look very good at all. It was just a setting on top of the page, and that was it. And it only did posts. How many of you found that happening? Just give me hashtag me. Just give me hashtag me. So, it's like if you tried that plugin, I mean, you couldn't do pages. It just looked bad. It's like, why do I even want to do these AMP pages? And I can't sell this to a client. It looks like crap. They're going to come back and go, what did you do? It looks like a text page. Exactly. So one of the things I told Mark is need to have pages and posts. So it's very simple. When you get here, this is the interface right here. That's all it is. You can choose the navigation bar color. You can choose the text color, however you want, navigation bar. And you can enter in your contact details, and you can even put right here, call me now. So you can have a call to action. And you can put your logo in here. So this is one of my test sites. I went ahead and I uploaded the logo. You put the logo you want. And now look, we can show the author on page or posters or everything. And I hit save. That's it. Done. That's it. We are done. I'm serious. It's that easy. Now let's go over here and let's go to pages. I'm going to show you. So we go over here and look. It automatically has view the amp page on all of these right here. Let's view this page right here. There it is. That's the amp page right there. It's that easy. It's that freaking easy to do. It's like printing money. Now, let's say that I don't want this right here. I don't want this, Nicole. I don't want to know. I want it to be an evergreen page. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back over here. I'm going to go back over here, and I'm going to go to my WP amplifier right here. And I'm like, you know what? I don't like red. I really want some green in there. And I'm going to leave the text black. Call me. I want to go right now. Right now. And you know what? I don't want to show the author on these pages or posts or anywhere or show the category. I'm going to hit save. Now I'm going to go back to the pages here where all my pages are at. And I'm going to view the amp page. Boom. Done. It all removed. I have an amp page up right now. If your mind isn't blown right now, you should give me hashtag mind blown. That's it. That's the whole thing. You change. We've made it that easy. I know you're like, wait a minute. Hold on. It can't be that easy. No, it's that easy. That easy. You just watch me change it right there. We should literally be getting 400 hashtag mind blowns on this thing. Pages and posts. You can change this right up here. You can change the color, the icon, what is said right here. And all of this. This is what an amp page looks like, and it just puts it right here. You just watch me convert a page over to an amp page. So there's two different pages. There's a main page and an amp page. This does posts, this does pages, and yeah, it's that easy. It's that easy. We can go back over here just to show you right here. If you haven't posted hashtag mind blown, please do it because it took us a long time to get this done. Mark was very, very diligent about this. Let's change the color here. Let's take it back over to I don't know, let's take it back to hot pink. Call me right now. Let me just put some more exclamation points on here. Or just even, there we go. And let's like make the logo a little bigger. Let's do 450 and let's do 250 or 240. Let's see what happens. Now let's hit save. We're going to go back up to pages. We're going to look at all of our pages over here. Now we're going to do terms and conditions. We're going to do the amp page. Right there it is. Boom. Change it over to exactly what I want. Looks a little weird because I skewed everything, but that's how easy it changes over for anything that you want in there. Any logo that you want up in there. You can put a number in the logo. You can put anything. You can put your number, all that. You can upload any image up there that you want. But that's how fast you upload and make mobile pages on any one site. Derek, that's pretty easy, isn't it?
It's just like click and done.
Exactly. So now, what I want to see is if you think, I want you to be honest with me right now. If you believe that you can make money with this right now, I want you to give me hashtag money now. Money now. I mean, seriously, if you've never been in OMG and you don't know anything about SEO, you don't know anything, you can go out and you can make money. I think everyone can do this, what I've just seen. I want to see all the money nows right here. I want to see how many of you are serious about giving this a try right now with AMP pages. You can end up in the carousel as I'm showing you right here. All the posts that you can do can end up in that carousel right there. It's very important. Google's talking about it. Everyone's talking about it. It's simply done. And when we look over here, it's this simple to do. We upload the plugin. We activate the plugin. We come right over here and we just, this is it, as if it's a brand new page. 150, change the color. I like the red. Or, well, the orange doesn't look bad either. And just hit save it.
Yeah.
Pages. Come back through and notice all of them's got view the AMP page. We'll view the AMP page and it already changed it back over. Bam. That's it. So I'm not going to waste much more of your time. I set up the context for all of this. This is so easy and such an easy lesson that I really wanted to tell you. I think this can be the number one way that you guys go out and make money and open up doors for businesses in 2016 with this particular thing. Now, Mark worked diligently on this. So what we're doing with this right here is Mark has he has a coupon for all OMGers over here. And I believe the coupon it's for half price to get it. And I swear to you, I don't get a penny off this. I made a vow a long time ago. It's OMG AMP. OMG AMP gets you 50% off. OMG AMP. And so you'll get 50% off. I made a vow, and I don't know if a lot of you guys know this. I made a vow that I would never make money off anything that was ever on a webinar. That feels dirty to me. That's not how I do business. It's not how I do business. I don't make a penny off this. This all goes to Mark and further development. I think it's absolutely worth the money. And you can get half off on it. So what you do is if you want to get it, that is it right there. It's OMG AMP. And I'm not going to hard push this. I'm not going to do nothing. I just showed you how easy that this is. If you want to do unlimited activations on unlimited websites and everything, obviously you would go with this one. This does 1 page. This does 10 pages. This is the unlimited version right here. I mean, for $99, you're going to be able to convert your site. You're going to be able to convert anybody's site you want in the world. I'm done talking about it. I just showed you how easy that it was. Everyone agreed that everyone can make money with this. This is something that you need to have in your arsenal. Now, let me ask you this. How many of you really believe right now, and I asked this at Assimilation Light when I told you, that you feel like this is comfortable for you to approach business owners with this? Give me hashtag yes. I just want to know. You know, if you show them, hey, look, these AMP pages are very important. Here's what they're doing right now. They're putting things on the carousel. They're like giving things special preference over this. And I can fix your page right now. Guys, I'm telling you that if you have a thumb drive, I swear to Jesus, you can even go into a business place right now. You can even do it from your own computer. If you brought a MacBook, one of those thin ones, it's £1. You could just open up right in front of the business owner and say, hey, I could fix it right now. That's it. Boom. Give me access to your WordPress site. Upload the plugin. Click, 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 click. Done. That's it. You're done. I've never seen anything so easy in my life. And that is exactly how easy that I wanted to make it. I don't like things that are complicated. So once again, if you guys want to go to the website right now, I'm going to post it right here. You guys can keep posting it if you want to. And it is markryancreative.com/WP Amplifier. That is it right there. I'm going to put it in the webinar link as well. Derek, because you are such a wonderful co-host, I will send you a free copy of this.
Woohoo! Don't even have to ask.
Don't even have to ask. So sent that out to everyone right there. What if you run into it on a WordPress site? It's not my problem, to be honest with you. I'm not trying to be rude, but we're not in that business. I will refer a non-WordPress site over to Derek. I'm picky and choosy about who I work with. I just don't want to mess with it. So there we go, guys. That's it. So I want to make sure that you guys got a tremendous amount of value. I'd know that it's such a stupid, simple lesson that I had to build it up to what it is. But guys, this is serious stuff. I want you to take this seriously. How many of you can come back next week and tell me that you have either tried to email this to past clients or some clients that you didn't get, the current clients or anything else, that you'll give me a commitment that you'll give this a try to at least one client. Give me hashtag one client. That you're going to just mail this out, talk about it in person to one client. Man, I'm serious. If you charge someone $99 for it, you got your money back. If you can't get 90 $9. It's one click of the button. It's an upload in one click. If you can't get it for that, and I'm telling you this right now, Derek, be as honest as you can be. Have you ever seen an AMP plugin that's this easy, that has logos and does pages and posts?
Well, I mean, I have one that's just like you plug it in, but it just doesn't do anything. It's just like
right.
ugliest pages I've ever seen. I'm like, what the hell is this garbage? No one's going to read that.
No, but what I'm talking about that does logos, pages, and posts.
I haven't seen anyone with that features yet. So.
Right. So this is an OMG exclusive. As I said before, guys, before I go, I want to see it. I want you to just do #OMG. #OMG. Do #OMG right here. OMG exclusive. This is not available. All these other SEO groups that you're a member of, nope, don't have it. Any other agency in the world, nope, doesn't have it. And I'm telling you right now, I've searched and searched and searched and searched and searched for one of these things. They don't exist. OMG exclusive. I would take advantage of it. This is right now. You can go out. It's so ripe out there. 99.9% of all businesses do not have AMP pages, accelerated mobile pages. You can read up on it a little bit more, but I'm telling you, I myself have been able to generate so much money with just this plugin that it's ridiculous. You don't even need to know SEO. So we're giving you right now edge over any other SEO agency in the world. So remember when we were asked earlier, what makes OMG so special? It's this right here. The offer is good to however Mark wants to do it. So, I mean, if you can take advantage of it, you could. If not, that's okay too. So I'm not going to talk much more about it. It is what it is. Derek, any final words before we sign out?
No, I mean, it's just any of these kind of tactics is just what really drives us ahead of everyone else. I mean,
right.
No one's even using this stuff. Like I haven't found one site naturally using AMP pages really, other than like major publishers, right? So, I mean, all the little guys definitely need that. Easy way to respark some relationships with old clients too.
Exactly. Right. And I'm like serious. I don't like doing things unless it's so simple that it's just ridiculous. So, guys, if you haven't had an opportunity, give a shout out to Mark and give a thanks to Mark right now before we go. I just want to see, just #thanks Mark. It really meant a lot to him to see it. He couldn't make it tonight. He had a family obligation. He was supposed to be on here, so I took over everything on here. But this is the type of stuff when you said, hey, look, why am I inside of OMG? What are we getting out of it? It's stuff like this. We create and set the mark and push forward the idea for SEO. And I'm telling you guys right now, and I really want to emphasize this. If you don't know your SEO, you can't be good at selling it. And this is why I want you guys to work on your skill. You work on your skill. If I wasn't and other members of OMG wasn't months and months ahead, Derek, we were talking about this back at New Year's Eve, weren't we? About AMP pages? Yeah. I mean, so we've been working on this for 4 months. We were 4 months, and we're still so far ahead of everyone right now that 99.9% of people, you're going to be ahead of all of them. You're going to like the smartest person in the room. So with that, guys, hopefully you got some enjoyment out of it. You got some benefit out of it. Please use this tactic. I'm promising you it'll be an oldie and a goodie next year, the year after that, everything else. And the weapon that you're going to use is Mark's plugin, because Mark is going to keep updating it and updating it. I've got more ideas that I want to throw him at. And listen, if you've got ideas about it, send Mark a message. Mark is open to even make this thing even better. But my God, how much easier can it be? So with that, guys, have a wonderful evening. And we'll be back Monday with Assimilation Light. See you guys later.
See ya.